I made that deal so that I could save this hotel to keep it out of Ace Buchanan's hands. Now, granted, I don't own it anymore. But it was my understanding that I would continue operating it, that I would maintain control.
I'm afraid not.
We have a contract.
A man in your position should read the fine print carefully. Crown Hotels paid you $500,000, not for a piece of real estate, but for a controlling interest in a conveniently located hotel.
Chapin, what are you trying to do to me?
To you? Nothing. I have a job to do like everyone else.
A job?
That's right. And part of that job, as you've seen already, is checking out the books and generally observing all aspects of our new acquisition. My next duty is to make, shall we say, certain suggestions, recommendations, such as we've been discussing.
And if I don't go along with these suggestions?
Then it's my duty to find more responsive management.
Your duty, your job. I got news for you. This hotel is more than a job to me. This is my life. Owning, managing the Vernon Inn gives me respect in the community. I belong here. This is my home.
You can still have your future, Brad, but it has to be on our terms.
Your terms?
You don't have to accept them if it makes you uncomfortable. We can always fill the job with someone else.
Just go along and I'll get along. Are those the terms?
You put it well.
So what do you want me to do?
You could start by being grateful that I hadn't misjudged you after all.
Well, I'll tell you, the way Michael sees it, not having a specialty is an advantage. Well, sure, his reputation's built on baseball, Bobby, but no, not me. Football or nothing. That's what's so great about this WVLE satellite hookup. No, I can focus on the Cougars a full time. Hold on a second, Bobby. There is a gorgeous damsel in distress here.
Hi, I'm Jinx Rollins, Mr. Haas?
Charley.
Charley. Well, pleased to meet you. I have just been hired to do the PR for the chinchilla contest.
Oh, the Cougar chinchillas.
Right.
I wish I was working with them, honey. I'll tell you, the lady you need to speak to is the station owner, Mrs. Callison. That's her office right down there. You can't miss it. It says Dorian Lord Callison right on the door.
Okay, thanks.
I tell you, Bobby, they're going all out on this thing. They're having a contest for the new Cougar cheerleaders. I wish I was. I'll be judging it, that's all. Yeah, and the PR, the coverage, man, it's incredible. What's the matter, darling? You can't get lost. Just go straight down that hall. It's the very last door.
Right that way. Thank you.
Anyway, it's PR, wall to wall. Interviews this morning, and then this little lady. Of course, I'm always ready to help a lady in distress. That's me, yours truly, Charlie.
Dorian, Lord Callison.
Oh, my goodness, that must be David. He called and said he wanted to talk to me about Cassie.
Well, you probably want some privacy then.
Oh, that's really very considerate of you. Thank you. I hope you don't mind.
No, I've got plenty to do around my apartment.
No, I didn't want you to leave. For one thing, we have a lot to discuss still. We have to negotiate your starting salary, for one thing.
But I can come back tomorrow.
No, I won't hear of it, please. No, what I'd like you to do is just go out into the studio and give yourself a tour of the facilities, the control room, and if you want, you can call your girlfriend. Well, anybody who might be expecting you, and I'll have someone come find you when I'm through.
Sure, okay. I'll see you later then.
Good.
Okay.
And thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hi, David.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Excuse me, but is this, Mrs. Callison's office?
It's right there in the door.
Oh, so it is, right in front of my nose. Have you seen a man about so tall, wearing a striped shirt and a kind of grayish blue jacket? He was here just a minute ago. Did you notice whether he went into that office?
Yes, he did. He walked in.
He did. You know, he looked awfully familiar to me. Do you know who he is?
Yeah. His name is David Rinaldi. You've probably seen him perform. He is a pianist and a composer.
Oh.
In fact, he conducts the Landview Philharmonic.
Oh, of course. That's right. Isn't that funny? I just couldn't place his face.
Yeah.
Well, she must be awfully busy. I think I'll just go down and wait for him in the newsroom. Thank you very much.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Through all this stuff, you know, going to audition for the Chinchillas, and I'm in the middle of filling out this thing, and Marco comes in and rips it out of my hands. And you want to know why?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm too wholesome. Ugh, I hate that word.
Oh, now come on. Marco's kind of right. You know, you are wholesome. As a matter of fact, that's what makes you so lovely.
Yeah, but can't I be not wholesome just once in a while? I mean, do I have to be wholesome the rest of my whole life?
So why do you want to change the way you look? To be a chinchilla?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, not really. I just don't want everyone to think I'm a kid. You know, I mean, everyone I know is growing up right past me.
Well, your sisters are older. They should be more grown up than you are.
I don't really mean just my sisters. I mean, Cassie. Cassie's my age exactly, and she's living on her own, and she comes home to this, you know, romantic theater at night and stuff. I go home to my daddy, you know. I love him, but he's so strict.
Oh, come on, he lets you date. I mean, you and Dan go out all the time, right?
Yeah, sure, but, oh, we don't dress up and go anywhere. We go to the movies or Howdy's, and he treats me like a kid, too.
I don't see him patting you on the head, you know.
Yeah, well, he doesn't pat me anywhere else, either. Oh, he treats me just like Pop or something, like a little kid, you know, and I'm a woman. What do I have to do to make people see that?
Honey, if that's what you really want, I think I have this terrific gold lame suit in the back of my closet. Just might do the trick. And then we'll pull up your hair and do something more sophisticated with it. What do you say? One chinchilla coming up. Great. Let's go.
How we doing, Sammy? Ah, you got the nice ones here, huh?
Yeah.
The not so nice ones, and we have the grizzlies.
We also have another problem here, Marco. What if we pick these girls to be chinchillas and we find out they have 2 left feet?
That could be a problem, yeah.
Right, so I thought, why don't we pick, say, 30 of them or some odd and run them through a chinchilla routine before the judging next week. Then we'll know when they get out in the field that they're not just great-looking girls, but they can also dance.
You got time to do all that alone?
No, I don't. Not alone.
All right, I'll talk to Jinx about it then.
Jinx? Jinx again. What's with you and Jinx?
Well, I figure the way our luck's been running, I mean, you run into Jinx every time we need her. She just popped right into here the other day, right when we needed a photographer, didn't we?
Yeah, don't you think it was a little weird? Did she say anything about why she left Atlantic City to come here?
No, not exactly. And I do think it was rather odd that she showed up here right after the shooting. What? What is it?
I didn't know Leo Coronel was your uncle. The paper said he was a mobster.
Hey, even mobsters have families. I wasn't very close to this. As a matter of fact, that was the very first time I met that side of my family, at the wake.
Did they say anything about who shot him?
No, the cops grilled me for hours and hours. I was sitting back there. I was listening to all kinds of tapes. I was listening to all kinds of questions. I saw mugshots. All of a sudden,
You saw him?
Well, yeah, I did see the guy. I saw
Marco,
the guy very briefly at one point.
I think I saw him, too. I think he's the one that ran through the wedding reception. I think it's Herb Bowden.
Bowden, the guy that McKenna testified
The
against?
one that Rafe arrested, the guy that jumped bail.
Did Rafe see him?
No, no one saw him. He thinks I imagined the whole thing.
No, if you saw him, you saw him. You didn't imagine it. That's who it was, huh?
I don't know what's with this guy. I've only met him once or twice, too, Marco, but I seem to see him everywhere I go. I think I see him. I've started dreaming about him. I don't know what it is. I don't know why he's on my mind. Maybe because he jumped bail and he's out there somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me, I guess. That's what Rafe says it is, at least, so let's just forget it. What do you want to do about him?
Sam,